My name's Kristin. I'll be leading strength and balance today. It's a 45-minute class. Esther's my lovely sidekick. She's going to be showing modifications. So if you're at home, Esther's staying seated the whole time. You can do this whole class seated, no problem. So listen to your body today on how you feel and what you do. This class, Strength and Balance, is working on strength and balance. So we're going to do some strength training, and we'll be using dumbbells and a ball and tubing. So if you're at home and you don't have that equipment, you can just do the motions with us, the range of motion, no problem. Or you could grab, soup cans or make sure it's even, jugs of water or something like that to improvise. No problem. All right, we will be throwing in a little bit of cardiovascular here and there, and of course, strength, a little bit of cardio and balance. So thanks for joining us today. Before we begin, I want everyone just to look down at their shoes, make sure they're tied nice and tightly, and of course, make sure you have a completed and current medical clearance form. If not, give me a call and I'll give you one. We need that doctor clearance. Water is good too to have around. With that said, let's get started, okay? Let's go ahead and scoot forward in our chairs to begin. And let's separate our feet so they're about hip-shoulder width apart. Let's gently pull our shoulders back and down and really try to get that back as straight as we can, engaging the core. So the core is the abdominals and the back muscles. We're going to sit nice and tall. And now let's just breathe in, open those arms out wide. Exhale, bring them forward. We're about at shoulder height, if that feels okay to you. Open, breathe in. Exhale, close. One more, just like that. Open, breathe in. On this exhale, we're going to bring the arms down and begin to do some forward shoulder rolls. We're just going to start out nice and easy with just about a 5-minute warm-up. Nothing too strenuous. Backward shoulder rolls. And let's do a few shoulder shrugs with breathing. So we're going to lift those shoulders up to the ears. Breathe in through the nose deeply. Hold it for a second. Exhale, relax the shoulders back and down. 2 more of those. Breathe in, lift the shoulders up. And feel your body relax as you exhale. 1 more. And this is going to be nice, these taped class sections, because maybe if you go to Florida, you're a snowbird for the winter, you can always access these on our website. Let's look over our right shoulder as far as we can, breathing in deeply. And as we exhale, when you're ready, look over your left shoulder as far as you can. And now we'll bring it back to center and we'll look down at the floor just to gently stretch the back of the neck. And looking straight ahead once again. Let's start a little seated march. So I'm lifting my feet. Esther's actually going to do a pedal march. So this can be tough on the hips if you have hip issues, if it hurts. Just do a pedal march where you're just lifting your heels like Esther's doing. Let's go ahead and, oh, yes?
This is fun.
Oh, it's fine, she said. That's right. It's really fun. Walk those feet in until they're touching. Straighten that spine again. Now let's warm up through the outer hip and thigh. Right leg opens. Let's alternate. Bring it back in, left leg. So I am a broken record, but listen to how you feel. Adjust as necessary. And what I'm really looking for is your form. I want good posture and really just to do things with correct form. All of our exercises. Let's do 4 more and 3 more. 2 more, last one, and perfect. Inhale. Now it's up to you if you lift those arms overhead. Some people it hurts to do that. Esther will probably just show shoulder height. Exhale, 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Perfect. Let's spread those feet apart a little bit and do toes to heels. Toes to heels. Let's add in a little warm up for our hands too, and wrists up and down. And from here, we'll just wiggle around our fingers and our toes to get that blood flow. You're probably thinking, is this it? This is easy. Stay tuned. It'll get a little harder. All right, perfect. From here, we're going to go ahead and do some alternating heel taps forward. And let's go ahead and add in the arms. Maybe a little reach forward, just like so. Esther will keep doing the forward reach. I'm going to go overhead. And again, that's really up to you. Lots of people these days have shoulder issues, so we want to make sure that If anything hurts, we can just lower those arms down and still work out. Let's go side to side, just like we did before, but it's a heel tap. Side to side, we'll open those arms as well. Okay, back to forward, but it's toe taps, okay? So toe taps forward. We forgot to have our hair and makeup done today. Darn. It's filming stuff. It's filming stuff. Still do the toe taps, so add some bicep curls. Julie is still demanding that budget for hair and makeup. She hasn't given up yet.
We need a swimsuit budget.
Yes. Bring those toe taps side to side, and the bicep curls will do the same. We'll just go side to side, just like so. Keep those elbows close to the body. Happy Friday, everyone. What is today? Do you know if it's the national what day?
I actually got it mixed up. Today's Unicorn Day.
Today's Unicorn Day.
I thought yesterday.
Celebrating us. We're
Yes.
unicorns, huh? What is a unicorn? A perfect person or something? Just kidding. Okay, let's do a little fast march and fast march. Think about that posture. I just noticed myself kind of rounding those shoulders forward, bring it out wide. Still doing a fast march. Little toe tap. Bring it back in. We'll go forward with that march. Toe taps forward. Bring it back in. One more time out wide. Bring it back in. Slow it down. High knee march. So we're going to lift those knees up as high as you can and add maybe a little arm reach if you'd like. You can go, I'll go overhead. Esther will show going forward to keep it at shoulder height and lower. Okay, let's stop our movement now and let's switch it up. So we're going to lift the right knee and lift the left arm. Here we go. Little brain tease, alternate. Switch it to same side and same side up. Gotta think today. Switch it opposites and opposites. Opposites. Looking good. Four more, and here's 3, 2, 1 more, and perfect. Let's just straighten our back. Do another shoulder shrug up to the ears. Breathe it in. And relax on the exhale. Awesome. All right, from here, we're going to go ahead and find our ball. So if you're at home, again, if you don't have a ball like this, you can just go to the dollar store. You know those kid balls they have? This is basically the same thing. Or you could use like tennis balls or something like that. All right, we're just going to do a little bit of range of motion with the ball. So we're going to start it with the right hand. And Esther will be at shoulder height. I'm going to go up high, and then I'm going to go in the diagonal down low. I'm going to go up high and down low. Let's do 10 of these, and that's add a squeeze. So work on the grip strength. Really squeeze the ball the whole time. If you need to release, that's fine. Actually, that's what I'm doing. Let me change that up. We'll squeeze up here and release it. Loosen that grip a little down low. Squeeze up here, down low. We're almost there. Let's do 5 more. Squeeze and release. 4 more. 3 more. Last 2. This is warming up through our core muscles as well, which is good. And of course, we have to do the same thing to the other side. Let's start up high, add that squeeze, straighten your back, and begin to release a little bit. We still are holding the ball as we go down low, but we're squeezing it hard up here and just kind of barely holding it down low. 10 on this side too. Let's keep it even. Here's number 4. Halfway, doing good. Okay, 3 more. Here's 8, 9, 10. Perfect. Let's bring that ball to chest height. We're going to do the same thing where we really squeeze the ball with both hands, working on that grip strength as we push it forward at chest height. Loosen the grip as we bring it back. 2, 3, cutting it down to 8 for this one, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Perfect. We're going to place that ball here in between our thighs. do a little bit of leg work here. So you want it so it's just barely holding the ball, but of course we're gonna really squeeze it now. So press those thighs together and loosen them up. 2. Let's go back to our 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to hold if you can, if you're feeling up to it. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release and kind of walk out those legs. Hold the ball. All right. Very good. Awesome. We have 3 different kinds of equipment to work with. So this we're done with right now. We need to get on with the show. Make sure it's safely out of the way. That wasn't a good idea at all. It's good we're filming today. It's stuck on the steps. Don't do that at home, everyone. All right. So next, we're actually going to use no equipment, but we're going to stand up. Of course, Esther's going to stay seated and show those modifications. We're going to be up and down today. So go ahead and stand up and make sure everything's out of your way. And let's just begin a nice little walk in place. We'll be up here for about 5 minutes or so before we sit down again. I just wanted to add a little bit of cardio here, just to mix things up in between our strength training. Little march in place, holding the chair if you need to. Looks good. From here, we're going to do a nice little toe tap side to side, always coming back to center. It'll go right, center, left, center. Looks good. Right and left. Adding arms only if you feel comfortable. Ski arms, same side, and it's right and left. Fun fact, as fitness instructors, we have to do everything opposite.
Yeah, like we're not confused enough.
Like we're not confused enough. So I'm actually doing my left arm first, but you don't have to worry about that at home. Perfect. Let's switch it now. So let's see if we can do that. Opposites. So we go right arm, left leg. Right. Hey, we're looking pretty good. Hey, if it doesn't work, just move. That's all you have to do. Just move. 4 more. Here's 3. 2 and march in place. A little walk. Looks good. From here, we're going to do a side step and tap, okay? So make that step side to side as far as you can within reason. Into 1. We step, tap, step, tap. Let's just get that established. Maybe hands on the hips or on the chair. Looks good. Think of that posture. It's a step, tap, step, tap. Let's add the arms. Here we go. We'll swing them. Down low. Perfect. Bring them at chest height if you can. And maybe only one arm you do. That's okay. If you need to hold on, if you're feeling unsteady, well, just hold on. Esther's going to stay right here at chest height, but I'm going overhead, so do what works for you. Overhead, swing those arms. Looking good.
You guys look great.
They look great. They should be taping them.
I know. I said they should be up on this stage.
And I know Esther's not mic, you can't hear her, but she is talking a little bit. Adding some nice little commentary. Okay, simple change. Legs stay the same, arms do not. We go, we push forward, squeeze back. Push, squeeze, push, squeeze. Again, can be done with one or both arms. Legs stay the same. 4 more. 3, 2, hands on the hips of the chair side, step and tap, keeps going. We're going to go through it again, but we're going to add a little change to intensify the workout if you'd like, okay? So I'm going to switch the side step and tap into hamstring curls. We'll lift one heel at a time. Now there is a modification for this. It can just be a toe tap behind, or it could be that hamstring curl. So it's really up to you on that regard. Arms, we're going to go through the same sequence, no changes there. We'll start with that arm swing down low. Here we go. We'll swing. We're lifting the heels if we can. Hamstring curls on the bottom, arm swing on the top. before you strength train to get that blood flow going through the muscle fibers. It warms them up and you're less prone to be injured. Bring those arms out front now, chest height. So that's what we're doing. So we're going to be doing some strength training next. Esther will keep her arms at chest height, mine go overhead. Still doing those hamstring curls or toe taps behind if you can. Looking good. All that was next was the push forward, squeeze back. We push, we squeeze with the arms, right at chest height. Four more. Here's 3, 2, and walk in place. Catch a breath. Grab some water if you need to. Breathe deeply. We are going to slow things down on the cardio side. So just slowing it down very slowly. So slow that march down a little bit, okay? We don't want to just plop down and sit right away. We want to just take our time to slow things down before we go into our strength training. And I'm going to give the option of staying standing for the strength training as well. So you can sit or you can stand. And 3, 2, 1. Find your dumbbells here or whatever you have at home that works. I'll be standing for these. Of course, Esther will stay seated. All right, so it's important to create a nice stable base. So let's bring our feet parallel and maybe even a little wider than hip shoulder width. Just a little wider will give us even a little bit more stability if you need it. All right, we are starting really simple with a bicep hammer curl. Our wrists will be turned in and elbows should stay close to the body. All we're gonna do is breathe in deeply. And on our exhale, let's just curl. Big breath in. We wanna do these slowly. Big exhale. I see bicep curls done all kinds of ways. I see them like this, where the whole body's involved. Really, it should just be the arms here. We're really concentrating on just the bicep muscle. No other body parts should be moving here. Up. We have 4 more. We're going to 10. Looks good. 3 more. Last 2. Looking good. Lower it down. Okay, glue your weights about at chest height. Straighten your spine, and let's simply work on the middle part of our shoulder. We're going to bring those elbows to shoulder height and slowly lower them down. Yep, we breathe in deeply here. We exhale fully here. So we do it nice and slow. 10 times.
Like chicken wings.
Like chicken wings. That's right. We're halfway there. Here's 8, 9, and 10. Perfect. Let's lower those arms down to our sides, and let's work on our side abdominals. Fancy name for those are the obliques. We're going to lean to the right, and we're going to lean to the left. 3, 4, 3 more now. Here's 8 and 9 and 10 and back to our original position. Let's do a shoulder shrug. Breathe in deeply. Exhale, relax. Let's work on now the front of our shoulders. So we're going to do just a simple front raise, and let's do it alternating. We'll do the right arm up just to shoulder height, no higher, and then the opposite, left arm. Here's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome. Just a little walk in place with those weights. Let's give our upper body just a little breather, and let's work on our calves, strengthening the back of the lower legs. Now for this, if you are feeling unsteady, I really want you to put the weights down and hold your chair for our calf raises. That's up to you. All right, all we're going to do is go up on the toes, pause, and back down. 10 times, up and down. Here's 3, 4. We're going to try to hold number 10 if you're up for it. 5, 6, 7, 9. Let's try to hold this. Of course, I didn't say how long. Let's do 10 seconds. That's what I usually do. We're already halfway there. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk it out. They committed before they knew, though.
Yeah, I know.
They were already up on the toes. It could have been 20 seconds.
They trust you.
They do trust me. Walk it out. All right. All right, so let's work on our triceps next. Actually, go ahead and put one of the weights down. Esther will just turn to her side, and we're gonna keep one of the weights. I'm gonna hold the chair here. This exercise is done incorrectly a lot, so just pay attention to how we set up. That's the big thing. So the elbow and the shoulder, the shoulder to the elbow should be parallel to the ground, okay? Your back needs to stay straight, although there's a slight hip hinge, and all we're doing is straightening out this arm. That's it. That's the motion. We're just going to extend, straighten out, pause when it's extended, and come back down. There's 3. Here's 4. If you're breathing, you should be breathing correctly. 5, where we inhale here, and on the hard part, 6, we exhale. 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. Okay, so what we do to one side, let's do to the other. We'll just pretend I have a chair. I want you to hold it actually at home and here live. Okay, we're all set up. And let's extend and pause. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Perfect. Okay. Since we only have one weight, let's just keep it and let's hold on to it. Again, if you need to hold the chair for this part, that's okay. You can still hold it at chest height with one hand. We're going to go into mini squats, just a slight little knee bend, and that's going to help strengthen our quadriceps and also some secondary leg muscles. Again, establish that hip width or maybe a little wider stance, straighten your back, and we're really going to press our rear end out. Just taking note of where our knees are, so they need to be behind our toes, not caving in or bowing out. Let's press up through the heels. Let's breathe in. Let's exhale as we push up. 10 of these, 3. I'm going to offer our 10-second hold at the end. If you'd like, 4. It's optional. Halfway, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold if you can, just for 10 seconds or less if you need to take a break. Breathe through it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now slowly press up through the heels, walk it out. I'm thinking through our muscles. We did biceps, triceps, the front and sides of the shoulders. We did legs. Let's do our abdominals next. So for that, I do want us to sit down. We did do the side abdominals, but I want to do the front part. So we can actually put our weights down for this. We're going to use our body weights, so make sure those weights are out of the way. And we're going to be towards the front of our chair. All right, so we're working the rectus abdominis, the front part of our abdominals. And for this, excuse me, we want to cross our arms in front of our chest here. And the big thing with this is you want to keep your torso straight through the whole movement. And we just want to go back, leaning back, till we about almost touch our chair, but don't touch it. Feel those abdominals work to bring us up just back to starting position. There's no need to go forward, we just go back to starting position. All right, breathe in deeply and bring it back. Try to keep your feet on the ground. Might want to lift up, but try to keep them down. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 3 more. 9 and 10 is definitely our lucky number today. Perfect. Let's just open those arms out. Breathe in. Exhale. Bring them down to your sides. Let's do 2 shoulder rolls forward just to take a little break. 2 shoulder rolls back. I'd like to do another set of abdominals, and we already did work the obliques, but I want to work both of them now. The front and the sides of the abs. Cross your arms again. So we'll start the exact same way. We'll go back, our torso straight till we almost touch our chair, but on our way up, we'll do a rotation if it feels okay. Right elbow towards the left knee. Straight back, and alternate, do the other side, little rotation. So some people, their doctor, especially as they age, say not to do any twisting. So if you've been told that, I want you to do just the regular front crunches like we did in the first set. Uh-oh, I don't know what number we're on. About 5. That sounds good. 6. 7. 8. 9. Keep breathing. And 10. Perfect. Again, open those arms out wide. Breathe in deeply. And exhale. Perfect. Okay, so let's do one more strength exercise without equipment, and then we'll introduce our final equipment, which are the tubes. All right, so just double check your feet haven't moved a lot. They should be in line with each other, parallel, and they should be in line with hips and shoulders. Straighten your spine. We're going to do chair stands next. So this is just such a simple functional exercise. You can do this every day if you can, or maybe 3 times a week. And I'm going to show you 2 different versions. Esther's going to do leg extensions instead. Okay, so if you're going to stay seated, just watch. This is the first version. Okay, a regular stand up and sit down. Your second option, if that's too difficult, is just to use the chair for assistance. Okay, just like that, pushing off the bottom of the chair here or the sides. Whatever works is fine with me. All right, and you might want, yep, you have back support, you're good to go. Let's do 10 of these beginning now. We do want to go slowly up and just as slowly down. Careful to lower, nice and easy. Here's 2. It is different without music.
Yeah,
3.
You have to think your own thoughts.
4. 5. Also, you can do this at your own speed. 6. If this is too fast, and just go a little bit slower. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Have a seat. And we don't want to just stop things, we just want to keep things moving. So Esther will do a pedal march, I'll just do a regular march in place. Breathe in deeply, do a shoulder shrug if you'd like. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Perfect. I did pretty much 1 set of everything, but for chair stands I want to do 2. And then from there we'll bring our other equipment into play. These are just so important. I tell people maybe during commercial breaks when they're watching TV, do these. Let's begin. 1. So this will be exactly the same as the set prior to, with one exception. Here's number 3. On our 10th, I want us to go as slowly as we can. 4, just to kind of stimulate those muscles in a different way for a challenge. Halfway. Here's number 6. And 7. 8. 9. Here we go. As slow as you can. Maybe a 5 count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. March in place. All right, find that band. It's really we call these, there's TheraBands, which you can find easily online, or these are called, I believe, exercise tubing. Either would work. These have handles, that's the difference. The TheraBand is good. It works on your grip. It does not have handles. We're going to go ahead and make sure that we put this in the middle, the bottom of our feet. That is key, or it's gonna fly up and hit you. Bring your feet in so that they're close or almost touching, and add a little bit of tension. You can cross them if you want. Some people like that. Some people just have them up here. And all we're gonna do is alternate. We're gonna do kind of what we did standing. We're gonna go right leg out and then left leg out. Only now we have resistance. 3, 4, 5. Uh-oh, we have a little malfunction.
Technical difficulty.
6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Perfect. Okay, take a nice breath in. And exhale, stepping off. Wrapping a little bit around, okay? So we're gonna bring it in. So we just are here, stretched out at chest height. And the width of this, where your hands should be about in line with your shoulders, okay? And these bands work on colors. So yellow is the easiest, green is next, and then I believe it's red. Thank you. Okay, so it's important to keep good posture during this. All we're gonna do is out wide and bring it back in. And this is working on not only our shoulder strength, but our grip strength. 3, so we have to hold tight. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lower it down. Let's do a few shoulder rolls forward just to give ourselves a break. Everybody's doing great. We only have actually about 7 more minutes of work. Shoulder rolls backwards. Awesome. We're gonna do that same exercise only on the diagonal, working more one arm than the other and then switching. So create your diagonal just like this. All right? And let's just do that right arm. So we're gonna keep the left arm stable and go down, slowly back. Go down, slowly back. 10 times on this side. 3, 4, 5, 6. So it looks like that right arm is doing most of the work, 7, but as you're doing this, you can feel 8. That left arm is really working hard. 9, to keep it steady. 10. I don't want to go into the other side yet. I want to just relax and do some shoulder rolls or some sort of movement just to stretch it out. Shoulder rolls forward, backwards. Maybe a shoulder shrug and a deep breath in through the nose. Hold. Exhale, relax. All right, so let's create that angle on the other side. So we have that right arm up and the left arm down, okay? Right arm stays steady, so we want it straight, and I should have mentioned, we don't ever want to lock anything. We just want it straight, but try not to lock the elbow joint. Let's go ahead on the diagonal down, and now it's that left arm that's going down, and the right arm is working hard to stabilize. 3, 4, 5, 6. And the whole point of strength training is to try to work all of our major muscles. Because if we neglect some, then we have these imbalances that set us up for injury. I think actually there's 2 more. And last one. Perfect. And a few shoulder rolls. And that's just what we've done. We've worked all the major muscle groups. Good for us. All that's left is balance, which we don't want to neglect as well. Put this far away so it's out of the way. And not a tripping hazard. Okay, so go ahead and stand up. Esther's still going to do some type of movement. I know it's really hard to do balance seated, but you can still do movement, so she's going to be creative. No pressure. All right, so definitely have a chair, or if you're home, a countertop, something sturdy you can hold on to. Let's just go into a standing march. Standing behind your chair, beside your chair is a good idea. Let's just march here just to loosen things up again. Okay, we're going to keep it simple here in the beginning. We're going to do a one-legged stand, okay? So go ahead and shift your weight to the right side. So your right leg is going to do all the work here. I'd like you to lift the left heel. So you can do it just like this. This is perfect. Or if you're feeling confident, you can lift that left foot off the ground. Good posture. We're going to hold about 20 to 30 seconds. Nothing fancy, all right? And Esther's working her hip flexor and her leg. Good choice. This is so simple. You can do this at home, balance exercises minimum should be 3 times a week. Holding steady, almost done, and walk it out. We'll do the other side now. Okay, we'll shift our weight to the left side. Lift the right heel, so you can keep the toe down or you can lift it up. And just hold nothing, like I said, nothing fancy here in the beginning. We're just gonna start it slow. And what I do is I hover my hand over my chair, so if I have to grab, it's just right there. We're getting there. This side will be about 20 to 30 seconds as well. Looking good. We'll go ahead and walk it out now again. Awesome. Next, we're going to go into something called a tandem stance, okay? So we're going to take the right foot and bring it forward. So we're heel to toe. So your right heel is touching your left toes. Now there is an alternate to this. If that's too difficult, you can do a semi-tandem, where you just bring it halfway. So it's up to you on that. The first thing, once you're established with heel to toe, is to make sure that your weight is evenly distributed between your feet. I tend to want to lean back. That's just what I do, so I want to be aware and even it out. And the second thing is that your knee joints are nice and soft and unlocked. Here we're just going to hold, and we're going to do this for about 20 to 30 seconds. Now, if this is too easy, add in a little slow head turn, side to side. And what you should be feeling here with your feet and your legs, mine are moving around constantly, doing little balance checks, and that's totally normal. So if your feet are going like this, that's what they should be doing. Okay, almost done. Let's walk it out. Breathe deeply. Okay, let's do the other side now. So make sure you're taking the left foot forward. Okay, heel, toe touching heel, feet in a straight line unless you're doing the semi-tandem. Good posture and hold. Again, if it's too easy, adding any type of movement is going to make it more difficult. Almost done. So close. And walk it out. I have great news for everybody. We have 2 more minutes of work, and then we get to cool it down and stretch. Is that what your watch says? 2 more? I can't see it very well.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
We are so close. Well, I'm a yoga instructor, so you're not going to get out of it. Yoga is great for balance, and we're going to do a yoga move. All right? So let's go ahead and separate our feet about hip-width apart. Good. Maybe it's okay to take my class. And we're going to go into something called chair pose. Okay? It's very simple. All we're going to do, and it works on your strength as well, is we're going to slightly bend our knees. You can hold your chair or you can lift your arms up. Now here in chair pose, to make it more balance specific, I'm going to offer an alternate that will be a challenge if you want to try it, and that will be called balanced chair, where you're going to you're going to begin to shift your weight forward, more on the balls of your feet, and if you feel okay, try it, lift your heels up. Okay, so that would be the most challenging. Stay safe. This is called balanced chair. Now let's slowly lower back to regular chair and just hold that another 10 seconds if we can. Legs are working hard, we're balancing, we're strengthening. We're using our core to stabilize us as well. Gently press up through the heels and walk it out. Breathe deeply. All right, very, very good. Okay, well, I'm looking here and it really is time for us to go into our cool down. Everybody did a great job, but definitely take 5 minutes with us to cool down and stretch. So for our cool down, we're going to begin by standing, stretching our calf muscles, okay? So hold onto your chair, take one leg behind, and gently press that heel down towards the floor. Meanwhile, your front leg will be bent slightly. Okay, we're just going to hold it, and these are static stretches, and that just means we're not moving at all. We're holding them a minimum of 15 seconds apiece. We're still breathing deeply and slowly, and now we'll switch legs and just stretch the other calf. So taking this time to stretch is going to help with our overall range of motion and flexibility, of course. But it'll help with our post-muscle soreness. So we definitely won't be as sore if we just take this time to stretch. And it feels good anyway. We did a good job today. Let's go ahead and walk it in and just walk in place. All right. Let's stretch now our quadriceps, okay? The upper part of the front leg. These are tricky because you don't want to hurt yourself. Let's just start with easy. Let's just bend one knee and lift the heel up. So this is perfectly fine the way we are. If you do have the flexibility, you can attempt to grab a pant leg. You can even grab your foot if you can, if it's feeling okay. We just don't want to push it with this stretch. We'll breathe through it, and it's another 15-second minimum hold. Doing good. All right, let's slowly switch legs. And this is our last standing stretch. So we get to sit down from here. Let's go ahead and do that now. And make sure that you're scooted forward in your chair, please, with good posture. Let's stretch out now our right leg. Okay, again, keep the knee soft. We're going to lift the toes up and keep the heel on the ground. Let's breathe in and open those arms. Big breath in. Exhale. As we take that left hand to the thigh and the right hand, we're just going to slide down the leg. And when you feel a stretch, that's where I want you to hold and stop. Okay? So this stretch, we do want to round the back, but we still want to pull those shoulders back gently. We want to keep the chest open. Good posture. So this is stretching our hamstring, which is just the upper part, the back of the leg. From here, we're just going to change the stretch. We're going to stretch a little bit through the shin and the hamstring just by taking the toes towards the floor. They don't have to touch the floor. And you'll feel a change. You'll still feel the hamstring stretching, but now you're going to feel through the shin area, those muscles around there. Breathe deeply. Exhale as we release the stretch and just bring it to the opposite leg. Okay, starting the same way, heel down, toes up, breathe in, open those arms. As we exhale, same thing. Glide that hand down, only on the left side. Hold the stretch. If you want to add that change to stretch a little bit through the front of the lower leg, your shin area, press gently the toes a little bit towards the floor. From here, we'll take a nice breath in. And on our exhale, we'll release it back. Awesome. Let's stretch through the shoulders. So we'll take that right arm just across the body at shoulder height. And then we'll take the left hand and just gently press here. Let's switch to the other side. Let's add an inhale deeply through the nose. Open and bring that left arm across. Gently press with the right hand. Our time's almost up. One more stretch, if it feels okay. We're just going to walk those fingers down our back, press them on our upper back if we can. Hold, breathe in. Exhale. Bring our arms down to our side. 2 shoulder rolls forward. 2 shoulder rolls backwards. 1 shoulder shrug, breathe in through the nose, hold it. Exhale, relax the shoulders back and down. Open up those arms one more time out wide. Give a big smile and a big hug to yourself. We did it. Everybody have a great day.